Hello, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you for coming in. We got some stuff to talk about today. hmm And we're going to start with Simone Bill. So as we know, it's on the internet, so it's gonna get talked about. But as we know, Simone Bill's mom is speaking out, saying that she wants to talk to her daughter, and she has other kids too that she wants a relationship with. So I just want us to give our commentary on this. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play some clips. Just play a little clips to you know, just get a better understanding of what she's trying to say and get an understanding of how Simone understands how her life went and how she began to accept everything. So, let's hear from her. Let's hear from both.
How do you handle the fact that this is brought up every 4 years?
I'm over it already. I can't keep dwelling on it. Whenever she's ready, she's ready. And I'm here. I want her to be able to come to me and say, okay, let's have a sit down because there's some things I want to know. So I just have to have patience. I want to let her know that I love her. I'm very proud of her, but I'm just still waiting, I would like to sit down and talk to you and answer any questions you may have. I don't know what you've been told but, I want you to hear the real deal. I was an addict. I will always be an addict. But there's just a way that you have to learn how to stay away from people, places, and things and change your routine and just change your life. Live your best life. If I need to know anything, I'll call my dad. Hey, Dad, what's going on with Simone? How's everybody doing? He keeps me posted.
I knew I was adopted. My family told us, you guys are adopted. And I was like, cool, okay, great. Like, I don't know what that means, and then they had asked us if we wanted to call them mom and dad. And from my knowledge, I was like, perfect. Like, why wouldn't I? And so it was just super strange to me because I remember this day at gym, we were talking about our families and they had said something. And I was like, oh, well, I'm adopted. And it felt like everything in the room in the gym stopped. And they were like, what, you're adopted? Because that was not to their knowledge. And I was like, why is everyone freaking out? Well, my parents, those are my grandparents. I just remember we all sat on the floor. Practice stopped because everybody needed to know the story. Like the coaches were intrigued, everybody. They were like, you're adopted? And I was just kind of like, well, yeah, aren't you? Where'd you come from?
I'm not sure how I feel about this topic, but did y'all catch Simone Biles' biological mother wants to rebuild her relationship with her after losing her to foster care when Simone was 3 due to the mother's drug addiction, and she would prefer if Simone would initiate things. She sat down for an interview. She discussed her drug and alcohol addiction and her struggles with it, which obviously led her to her losing her kids. By 3 years old, Simone and her siblings were in the system. Simone had recently shared that she remembers when a cat would be fed before them, and that they would just go hungry all the time. So it wasn't until her father, which would be Simone's grandfather, actually adopted them and brought them home and told her to stay away for like a good 6 years, like let them transition, let them have stability, and she knew that was most likely best for them. So she goes on to share, I want her to reach out to me. She's 27 now. She's married. I would have liked to have been a part of that, but I just have to wait for her. You can't push anybody. It hasn't happened yet, but I have patience. I'm waiting on her. I would like to make amends with Simone personally, adding that would just ask her for her to forgive me. Can we move forward? Don't judge me on my past. Let's move forward. Let's sit down. And her mom's message is that she loves her. How do y'all feel about this? If you watched Simone's documentary, you knew that her grandpa, who is now dad, adopted her and her siblings, and his wife became mom.
Alright, y'all, what up? I just wanted to come and chat real quick about this topic that I've been hearing on the radio all day. So basically, Simone Biles' birth mom is coming out basically saying like she wants a relationship with Simone, and how Simone is not being receptive to that. She doesn't want any contact. It's been like silence. And the mom now is talking to media, doing interviews about that. And now the question posed, should this grown woman, because Simone is a grown married woman, obey her mom and like listen to her and open, give her the space to be her mom again? And I'm like, no, that burden is not on Simone. Simone is not obligated to allow this woman in her life. At the end of the day, her birth mom made a decision. Her decision was to give her up because of addiction. And now that she has, grown and learned how to live being an addict, which kudos to her, she doesn't get the right to say, okay, now I'm snatching you back in my life. Not to mention she's a Olympic gold medalist, but okay, I digress. And like, you're obligated to change my life now. You're obligated to allow me in your life now. No one is obligated to anyone. At the end of the day, yes, that is her birth mom, but you don't own me. You damn sure don't own me at 27, but you don't own your kids. You brought them into this world, but they are themselves. They are individuals. And I think that the more parents start to realize that, the better off we be. You don't own your child, and your child don't own you shit. Like, huh? Y'all tap in and let me know, because to me, it's outrageous. But I would love to hear other people's opinions. So let me know what y'all think.
Well, don't worry, because I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion. So, let me tell you this. First of all, to any parent or any children that have to deal with their parents, dealing with having addiction, that first of all, the addiction is not the person, okay? And things that take over you are not you. You go and check and see if I go smoke a blunt and then the next morning I wake up, I'm back to my normal self, you go see the difference in whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is. First of all, because me personally, and if anybody have listened to me and listened to me clearly, they know that I have a parent that was addicted to drugs too, or is. One is, one no more. But I always used to tell my mother that, and this is not a child, I'm not a child that you can just fool like that. So it's not me feeling sorry for them, but it was me being very smart, being very noticeable about what's going on with my parents, which was my mother. Because my dad did it, had an addiction too, but he was not around me as much as the mother. But I always tell my mom, the addiction is not you. You know what I'm saying? You without the addiction is really who you truly are. And the only reason why I say that Simone Biles needs to meet up with her mom, because you can see her this way in this light, and acknowledge exactly what you want to do, but it really is on her, because it's a deep situation. When you have parents and addicts, that have addiction, and they take that before their kids, because see, I knew of my mom. I know who my mom is. I have spent time with my mom, and a lot of times I seen the separate days of the addiction, and I seen the other days of her being a normal person, did not like neither one. you know. So this is what I'm saying. You have to find a place where, you know, you go see different ways of them. I mean, you have that spirit of discernment where you know you can pinpoint out what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with. You know, for a long time, I tried to deal with, you know, with my mom, but it did not work for me. You know, at some point, you feel like because you got older, they start feeling like because you got older now, I don't have to, as if they raised you, and they didn't even raise you, you know. And I wasn't in. It was my dad. He came back and he got custody of us because he was no longer, you know, an addict. So. But at the same time, I was still going through things, you know, with him and his family too. You know, the family that he had started making. So it's like both ways, you know, because I feel like Simone, when she went to her grandmother and her grandfather, it was a better life. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like Simone, your mom did that for you for the simple fact she could not continue on seeing y'all suffer. You see what I'm saying? But I had to sit there and I had to watch it. You know, I had to be strong and like, you know, mom would do it. You know, the smell would be in the air and, you know, not caring. You know, so we went to a group home for a little while, and I was upset. I was crying and stuff like that. That stuff could be traumatizing, but instead, to me, I just can live to tell a story. And we went to a place like it was St. Mary's. It was St. Mary's home because we had been left at home by ourselves, and the police was called and they took us to a St. Mary's home. So I just couldn't stop crying. It was me, my cousin, and my brother. But the next day, when we were in class at the St. Mary's home, my dad and my grandmother, there's something about those grandmothers, right? Them grandparents, right? Came and basically to get us. I ran so fast. You know, you have to understand. I mean, because I don't know, I guess I was just that smart of a child to understand that God blessed us, you know, where we wouldn't have to be put somewhere where, you know, because in the foster care system, it's a lot of things be happening to these kids. You know what I'm saying? And I do thank my dad for at least trying, you know, doing that part where he came and got us up out of St. Mary's home. It was like a group home too with people. It was comfortable, you know, compared to what we had just dealt with before then. But yeah, it was comfortable, but I was upset, and you know, because I was trying to call my dad a bit because we were left at home, and you know, it's a long story. I would have to tell y'all one day, but we ended up at the St. Mary's home, and I can understand how Simone would not want to speak to her. The thing with me, I want to say to Simone is that the addiction, the drugs are not the person, you know. But if you go to that person and they're still acting like, I felt like my mom felt like I owed her something. I felt like my mom felt like she did everything for me when she didn't. You know, those are the things that actually made me upset. When she thought that it's like this point of like, don't tell me what to do because you were not there for me. That's how I felt. Her mom sitting up there, her biological mom sitting up there saying that she's trying to give her time. You're gonna have to give her time. You're gonna have to give her time. Do you not understand what probably went on in that poor girl's heart and mind? She felt like you abandoned her. She did not look at it like you were doing things for the best of her. She looked at it like, because what a real mother would never do is abandon their kids. You know what I'm saying? They'll stick it out and find a way out. They'll get off those addictions for them. Do you understand? And I just feel like some mothers can't, some fathers can't. And I just thank God that Simone chose a route, just like I did, not to be an addict. Okay, that's what I thank God, because it could have happened, because she seen, like she said she seen the cat being fed before her. That right there alone can miss a child. Okay, so I'm really iffy. I just want her to keep in her head, like, those are two different things, the addiction and that person themselves. Now, I'm not saying that person is like this good person now and she doesn't have an addiction anymore. Now, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying someone may want to try and to see what she has to say, and to sit down or something like that. But that don't mean because she's calling out in the media that Simone should jump and be like, all right, that's my mom, okay, I should go speak to her, but the more and more it be out there, it may have to end up like that, because, she knows Simone is famous, she's an athlete, she's in the Olympics, and I just want the mother to know, like, it's not on your timing. It's not on your timing. You don't understand, like, when you leave your kids like that. You know what I'm saying? And abandon them just because they're with your parents. They wanted to see mommy. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see somebody fight for them. And be like, look, I'm coming to get my kids. I'm finna get myself together, but she was too weak in an addiction. She wasn't. That's why I say the addiction ain't that person. She done got too far gone. But I am happy they were with close family, instead of and she said that they said that they can call mom and dad. So look, when it gets in the children's head, it is molded in the children's head that how these people treat me, they treat me good, they love me, they were the ones there, and it took the mother forever to get herself together. Okay, you can't blame those kids for looking up to them more than they looking up to you. It really hurts those kids what they had to go through. And I also heard Simone speak on SA on one of the clips. I did not want to put it on here, but while she was in foster care, and yes, the foster care does allow all this stuff alleged. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not cool. Like what these kids have to go through just to. They already didn't ask for parents to be on the addiction and then to go into the foster care system, and then you mistreat them too in there. Not cool. Not cool. So I can understand Simone if she don't even want to speak out about it, or it's on her terms. I wouldn't care if anybody in this world wanted to hear what Simone got to say about this. It's on my turn. That is something serious. I kind of think that they're gonna make her speak out or say something, but that is her fault. Your mother, the one that birthed you. If my child, you want respect, you should have respected that you were a mother and a mother first. You cannot want respect. I mean, I'm gonna respect, period, but it's boundaries. And I think Simone needs to set those. Like, because it was her hurt. And they think because you get older, oh, that's my child now, and I wanted to be at her wedding. Well, where were you the rest of her life? Like now she's married, she's even thinking about having a family soon, and she probably won't be doing the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So where were you? Get yourself. You should have got yourself together. You possibly knew that your children were going to grow up. This young lady is married. Her husband and her. Look, your child is married, and you are now. You done let her graduate from kindergarten from the 5th grade, to the 6th grade, to the 8th grade, to the 9th grade, and from the 12th grade to she went to college, and then she's Olympian now. And then she got in a relationship, and now she's married. Oh my goodness. You done let all that pass by. Those are some big, huge things that were in her life. And what did you do? Were you still, like, I'm not trying to, because, one thing about putting all that pressure on a person that has been on addiction like that, it's like you don't want to drive them back. But I have to say, you cannot expect your child to be all like, oh my God, my mom wants to speak to me. It's not, no, it's not gonna be that easy. I can tell you now, because with even me knowing who my mom was and is and still is today, a lot of times they thought it was all about them. I'm gonna just speak from my perspective. Mine thought it was all about her, and it's not. I just thank God for the people that were in my life. That treated me right, that taught me how to be a good woman and how to be there for my kids. Although I knew from when I was a teenager that I would be a good mother. It's no ifs and buts about that, because I looked at how people treated me as I was coming up, and I said, okay, I don't want to be treated this way, that way, period. I'm not trying to treat my kids that way. I'm not trying to have my children in group home, foster care, in a St. Mary's home. Like, no. I'm keeping me and my family together. So a lot of things I did for my kids, they didn't even understand, you know. And when they didn't understand and we talked, I told them the truth. Okay, and it wasn't even no addiction involved. It's just me being an adult and trying to figure everything out. Okay, so with that being said, when it comes to Simone, it's up to her to, if she feels like doing what she needs to do. Nobody can, if she don't want to do it, she just gonna have to wait some more. While she's saying she have to wait, I've been waiting for a long time and I'm patient. Well, you're gonna have to be. You know, she don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you nothing when you haven't been there. She already calls grandmother mother. So that's what she's thinking. You're not finna come in this child's life, but she still is a child to you. Your child, their grandchild, and confuse her. That causes confusion in that child's head. You don't want to do that. And that's going to automatically turn her back to the people who she trusts and loves. She's going to go back that way anyway. This is why you should be doing right. And I'm not saying any parent is perfect, because I feel like that child gave you enough time to come around and do right. What was holding you back? Who was stopping you? What was stopping you? How long have you been trying to be clean, or are you clean? Don't come into her life and come mess her life up when you know it's going so well. Okay? That's all I got to say about that, because it's really crazy. So y'all, I want to go on, and it's very serious. It's very serious. Don't get me wrong. This is very serious, and it was not easy for me or my brother, okay, or my cousin. So I know exactly what this situation is like. So I want to go on, y'all. Look, I want to go on to Mama D. We all know our Mama D. Our Mama D is crazy, but I got to, you know. So she go on the Auntie show on Zeus. And this lady right here, she know how to talk and she know how to put words together. So I'm just gonna go do a couple of clips and let y'all hear her.
And then Scrappy knew I was going to 3 dope traps. He knew I had 15 holes. Ooh. No. Mm. You want to spread the deck? Let's put the cards on the table. Yes. I did it. I make no excuses for it. I did what I had to do to provide, because we all know as moms, when we delivered them babies in that delivery room, there was no manual, there was no book.
That's right. But I just don't understand what would make you, like, I've got a job.
Because a head-on collision after being a nurse, a
pimp, so I'm trying to figure out how
I will do anything to protect and to provide for my own.
Now, y'all know I love me some Mama D, okay? But first of all, your son ain't always right. But it's just her personality. Like, I don't know. Her son is not always right. Don't get me wrong with Scrappy. And you do, you know, But in this situation, this is what I'm talking about. When the children look back, you know, also referring to Simone Biles. When the children look back and realize all that they had to go through, you know what I'm saying? You really have to own up and explain to them what was going on. Even though you was thinking that was right, that's what I'm saying. You're thinking you're trying to do the right thing. Just like she said, it ain't no book for this shit. It's not. It's not no book for it. But she didn't go leave her child and put him off on this person. Although she was, she shouldn't have been doing the things that she was doing. But she had to figure it out, and I'm glad she figured it out, and her son and her survived it. You know what I'm saying? They survived it. But with Simone, I'm just like, if Simone was, what did it say? She was like 3 years old. That's a young. She can barely. You weren't there. You weren't there. There's no explaining you can do when somebody say, how good of ask Simone, how good of a mother do you remember your mom being before she became addicted? She can't even tell that story. That's how little Simone was. She can't even tell that story. Scrappy had a story to tell about his mama, and then his mama changed for the better good. Mama D changed for the better good. And we all know life is about changes. So, for it to come out on the show and me to sit up there and watch Bambi, I'm just sitting up there like, this is what you wanted her son to come on here and say to the world. But you know what? Mama D said, I take that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hide what I had to go through. And, that's the first thing you need to do is own up to what you put your children through. Talk to your children. Yeah, Mama D is a little overboard. You know what I'm saying? She is. She your mom. There's a lot of other people overboard, but they behind the scenes, she's just on the show. And you're seeing it. But a lot of people like her. And some of them ain't right for real. Shouldn't even be sitting up there taking up for their son. They treat them wrong, the baby mama wrong, the wife wrong, all at the same time. But I feel like in this situation right here, Mama D changed from who she was, not only for her children, but for herself. Okay? So I feel like how aggressive Mama D is towards being there for her son and strongly being there for her children is because she knows she made mistakes. And, we can't sit up there and forever spend our life sitting up there making up what we did wrong to our children or whatever it have been, children doing parents wrong or whatever have you it may be. But when you seeing the change in somebody, like your mother or your children, then you take that as it is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of things, if you see the wrong, you don't have to deal with the wrong. Okay, stay away from it. But my heart went out to Scrappy when I seen him hurt like that. And people were crying. I don't know if it was part of their act or whatever, because they just really wanted to see Scrappy go at his mom. I didn't like that, how he did it. But ain't no way you can tell a person how to let out their pain. It's no way. If he's not unaliving somebody if he's not fighting them. In other words, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him how to grieve. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, I was just like, man, that's hurtful. But I know his mama made that change. She's a little over, she's a character. You know what I'm saying? But I know she made that change when some mothers don't even make that change for their children. Some fathers don't even make that change for their children. And some children don't even make that change before something happened to their mother or their father. So that's what I was thinking about that. Let me go. Let me see. Which one was that?
My grandmama used to tell me that when you talk too much, your teeth fall out.
No, I can tell you how a liar gums get big though every time they open their mouth. That I can tell you.
I seen where you was your hit single.
You ain't shit.
Wow, why did they say
that?
Yeah, you be making them fly ass diss tracks.
Cover for me. I'm trying to pump up your hit.
Yeah. Cover me.
Although I think she was talking about Brain. What's her name? What is that girl Scrappy baby mom name? Bambi. She was talking about Bambi. This lady is a trip, y'all. Like, I can't take Momma D. She is hilarious. She said, but Tia over there thinking like, okay, you just had to bring that up. But Momma D is a trip. She'll keep you going, but she's like the mom that still know how to cook soul food, get the grandkids together, keep herself together. She married, of course, y'all know she's married. But my thing is, Momma D, you gonna have to give it up when it comes to your son, cause he ain't. Don't tell him, look where I end up. You're in the hospital and he's still acting like he's going crazy. Sometimes we gotta let our children learn. They think that they know more than you, as if you never went through anything in life. And they're the only ones going through it. You can be and went through that same situation they went through, and they gonna say, Mama, you just don't understand, or you just don't get it. You can know exactly what that female or that guy is about to do to your child. Or, you know what I'm saying? And they like, Mom, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't understand. I'm like 20, 30 years older than you, and you think I went through nothing in my life. Okay. So you just have to let them learn, live and learn. It's frustrating because you don't want to see them go through it. Trust me, because you know how it was when you went through it. But Momma D gonna have to give up on not give up. Y'all get what I'm saying? She gonna have to stop with the going to have Scrappy back. Scrappy is not perfect, neither is Bambi. None of them. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna have to get that up. Being in his business, and tell him to stop telling you about his business. Especially when you put me in the hospital stressing out about you, I'm gonna have to release you and let you, let God handle. Because you're not finna be stressing me out like that. It's not cute. I'm your mother. Yeah. And I birthed you regardless of what. I birthed you. My body had to go through that pain. So at this point, Momma D just gotta give it up. She just gotta leave it alone. Let me see.
So Momma D, if you had to name your cooch,
Yes.
what would you name her?
Mama Dick.
What is her name?
I said,
We
I
talking
used
to
to
her.
be a stallion in my younger days.
Okay. But now I'm a Clydesdale. I don't gallop. I trot, bitches.
No, she didn't. See what I'm saying? This lady is hilarious. And to me, this is TV. They better watch themselves. They better watch their job because she just got it down pat. She got it down pat, man. I think Blueface Bomb told them that before Mama D came on now. But okay. Mama D is a true. Scrappy, get your mama. Scrappy, get your mama. So at the end of the day, we already know Mama D is crazy, but she loves her kids. Just like I said, she was willing to change. Some parents are not willing to change, and I hope Scrappy realized that because it's I know it hurts, but you also have another side to look at that my mama changed from that pimp or pimping out HOEs and she changed from that person and having people sleep in my bed and her making money. Mom D said I had to do what I had to do, you know, to make money for my children. And I remember Scrappy saying in that same scene that, nobody put no money on her. You did, Mama, you did. See what I'm saying? She felt like she had to do what she had to do. My son said he wanted to do this, and my son said, my daughter, they wanted to do this, my kids. You know, he still had something good, but I go back to Simone Biles, I'm just like, she ain't got that to say. She, you know how you write down the good and the bad? Simone is gonna miss a whole lot of years. And those years that she had with her mother to outweigh the good from the bad, good side, bad side. I don't think she's gonna have too much good on the good side. Now Scrappy, he has that option. He can say at this point, I'm gonna write all the good things about my mama, I'm gonna write all the bad things about my mama. I bet you her good is gonna outweigh her bad. Mama D. She seems obsessed with her child. There's a lot of women that I know be obsessed with their child like their child is their boyfriend or should have been their husband. I don't want to go. No. Let's not go that far with that. Yeah, we're here to protect them, but we're not. No, let's not do that. But anyway, I love me some Mama D. So, kudos to Mama D for changing, because not every parent does that. Like, come on, my heart really goes out to both Scrappy and, you know what I'm saying, I don't like the way Scrappy acting these days, but in that moment my heart went out to Scrappy, and it still goes out to him as far as that situation goes right there, because I understand where the pain is coming from. And my heart goes out to Simone mostly because what she had to go through, and you don't understand the mental state that they will have to be in. It's crazy. You know, the mental state that she is in is crazy. I know. And a lot of times we'll make a lot of wrong decisions because of that lack of that love from the mother or even the father, because I do understand that. I mean, I didn't hear about the father being there. I don't know. Probably could have been. I don't know. I thought I seen him. I'm not sure, but it's like I said, like the drug, the addiction is not the person. You know, God brought this person into this world from their mother's womb. It's pure as water. You know what I'm saying? So you know when something is intervening in there, and that was the addiction, that was the demons of the person. So I do pray for Simone, and I pray she make the right decision, not for everybody else, but for herself. Okay, for herself. That's a heavy situation, and I don't think parents understand when you're in foster care, group homes, St. Mary homes, and stuff like that. That stuff affects you. You know, being away from your family, your parents affect you. Not having a good mother, not having a good father, it affects you in some kind of way. You know, and it's not good. It really messes with your mental. So I do pray for Simone, and that she makes the right decision when she's ready. Okay, you guys, let's move on to Nipsey. Oh my God, I think tomorrow is his birthday. It's the 15th. And as y'all know, we lost Nipsey. Is it almost like 5 years ago? His daughter was like 10. His daughter should be like a teenager now. I have to look that up, but I'm not gonna say no exact date. But I was seeing the interview, and I got little clips of the interview, because you have to be careful on these platforms and who stuff y'all get. So I just remember when it happened, and it was like a void. It was a void when this man lost his life. Like, jealousy is real. It is real. And it was a lot of people jealous. And to be honest, and I'm going to say allegedly, but it's a big dude, I forgot his name, Big U. And I really seriously think he had something to do with this, but I'm saying allegedly. It's just for my reactions and my opinion. But, you know, it seems like the jealous type. It just seems like the jealous type. As you can see, he loved his grandmother so much. We hear him talk about his grandmama all the time. And she didn't play about him. She did not play about him. Oh, Nipsey. Every time there's a person that got the perfect gift for the world, they always want to take them out. They always want to take them out. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why? You don't want to give the world knowledge. You want to continue on lying to the people. This man has so much knowledge. Man, like, so smart. So smart at young age. I am older than Nipsey. And I just feel like Nipsey could have ran this. He could have ran a lot. I think a lot of people was getting along with him, and somebody was really truly hating out there. You know, it's very hurtful. Beautiful daughter. You know, as you know, he has a daughter by his first baby mother. He also has a son too by London. But this is his first child, and his first baby mama, I forgot her name. I can go look her up, but this is his second baby mother that's in the industry. We all know her. Her name is Laura London, and she played in ATL, and she played in numerous movies. A Christmas movie with Bow Wow. Was it Chris Brown? And then one with Bow Wow too. Yeah. And this is their son. Her and Laura London and Nipsey's son together. He looks just like Nipsey. He looks just like his daddy. It's sad. So I want to show some clips of Black Sam speaking about his brother. You know, Black Sam was really, really hurt, you guys. So in this moment, Just listen.
We gotta go. We don't know if we're gonna go at 80, 60, 30, or 20. But the one thing is to make sure when you go the right way. You stand up for what you believe in. You put your money where your mouth is. You never fold. You never let the pressure sway you from doing what you want to do. You never let anything, the politics, stop you from coming around and staying around. And I hope everybody knows that that's what bro did.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked and...
I mean, you know, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they just fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to, you know, transition into some legitimate selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hustle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left. He say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS, that's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in, he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hustle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle. Wherever you find him at, but on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You gonna come, you gonna tuck your tail, be humble, and if not, you getting beat up on the spot. We done did it a million times. Hustle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument, you know. It was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey, be on deck. It was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay, he may have, but it wasn't to me that don't, whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and man got the reverses. I mean, he got the charges reversed because Hustle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think it's gonna come to the light.
So I'm sitting up here like, allegedly. I'm just like, was even the people in the store a part of it? You know what I'm saying? Because that sounds iffy. If y'all had protocol, I feel so bad for Sam and the family. Well, at least Sam, his mom, when his grandmother was here, his dad, and those kids coming up without a dad. I do feel like Nipsey was definitely set up, because I feel like with the person that did unalive Nipsey, he knew the setup. He knew exactly what was going on. How he did, it had to be from the inside. It had to be from the inside, because they tried not to make it seem like that they didn't know about the setup or whatever. But no, they had to know. They had to know, and because this guy shouldn't have felt so comfortable, coming out and coming around Nipsey like that. He shouldn't have felt so comfortable. He was able to come and go back, and he was able to come, scope out the scene, although he already knew, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that the people, I feel like, if I break that down, I don't know, it sounds right to me for him to come scope out the scene, to first make sure that whoever's on the inside that's helping him get to Nipsey, to make sure they really actually down for him to, the person that underlined Nipsey, for him to make sure everybody was in their place. It's other people involved in this, period, point blank. This guy was the one that hold on. This guy wanted to make sure everything was in place. That's why I feel like he came the first time. And then went back and they said, Black Sam said he put on a red shirt, because it's crazy. That's just crazy how you wear a red shirt and they about to start something. Like, it's crazy. It's just, a good person should have lost their life, like that. So I'm gonna go on to the next one.
So I'm at Granny's house, sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up, and I picked the phone up, and forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked.
My grandmama used to tell me that when you...
And then Scrappy knew I was going to 3 dope traps. He knew I had 15.
Sorry, you guys.
No, you want to spread the deck? Let's put the cards on the table.
Yes.
I did it. I make no excuses for it.
So I'm at Granny's house, sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up, and I picked the phone up, and forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background. And they like, man, you know, bro got shot. So I just immediately just run out the house. And just jet out the door. My grandma was in the living room watching TV, so she seen me run out, didn't close the door, just got in the car. Grandma's on 5th in Slauson, so the shop is maybe like 6 blocks away. So I just ran every light, every stop sign, and I get there and, man, it's just going crazy, man. You know, everybody screaming, and I just see bro, and I'm just, you know, it's fucked up, but bro still breathing. I think Kev Mack was like talking to him and trying to tell him, you know, breathe, stay with, just breathe, bro. So I'm looking, trying to, you know, we need to figure this shit out. So somebody had the, I think, ambulance on the phone, and everybody screaming. I was just like, man, shut the fuck up, man. It's just like, you know, take the phone, and I'm trying to talk to the ambulance. They say they coming, and they telling me, you know, I'm asking them like what do we need to be doing, and so they telling me to try to administer CPR on bro, and asking me, is he breathing? I'm like, yeah, he's still breathing, you know. And just trying to do the best that we could. And finally, you know, police came and ambulance came, and they took him. And so I'm just praying, you know, I had faith that bro was gonna be all right. And you know, I had a lot of people shot in that parking lot. We, you know, I done drove multiple people to the hospital, and, you know, I'm like, man, if anybody make it, bro gonna make it for sure. And that was the ride to the hospital, man. Just praying, and, you know, I was confident bro was gonna be good, man. And just couldn't understand it, man. It's just like the Twilight Zone after that. Everything I believed in, or my faith in, shattered. But
did you get word like right then? Did you follow?
Yeah, followed the ambulance, and they got out, and so I was trying to go to the doctors and ambulance. I think J-Rock, one of the ambulance told J-Rock something, and he came to me. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear that, man. I'm trying to figure it out and go talk to them and go to the doctors. And then my mom and family was there, and then everybody screaming, and just walked out. It's fucked up. But
when you walked out, you knew then?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You know, still can't understand it, honestly. Just it's Twilight Zone, man. Don't understand. It shook my whole belief in whatever I believed in. And, you know.
So that's crazy. So I really do feel so bad for Black Sam and the kids. But I know one thing about Black Sam, he's gonna hold that family down. He's gonna find out. And I feel like whoever, because this guy that did this to Nipsey is not the only person. It's more to this. It's more people surrounding this situation, because it be a lot of people trying to take out one light bulb when they can't. You know, that light bulb is very, very hot. it's gonna, you ain't gonna keep your hand on. Then another idiot gonna try. They can't take out the light. Then another idiot gonna try. They can't take out the light. It was numerous people trying to take out this one light. And he was, and ain't no telling they could have been planning this. Jealousy this is one thing I know that all my life I could not be towards people, and I never seen how other people could be that way when especially the people that don't be having much and the other people have more than you, and you be like, why are they jealous of me? You can look better than them. You can it's something that you can do better than them. They see the light in you before you see the light in yourself. When it just like what I used to tell my children about these girls, my girls especially, I said they see what's in you before you see what's in yourself. The demons in them see your light. And they want to pick, say stuff, because I got beautiful girls. And I kept telling them that I had to go through the same thing. But it's dangerous being that jealous person. So you always have to keep your eye out for them and make sure they ain't coming and just trying to attack you, and you don't have to knock somebody out. This is what I'm saying. Like it be, I don't know. You have to have jealous parents or something to be that jealous hearted. I can't. This is why I say the guy Big U, because I feel like he constantly acted like Nipsey owed him something. You know what I'm saying? He constantly act like he owed him something. No, this man making his money, getting that music himself, getting up there, reaching up there in the game himself. And I even feel like people in the industry had something to do with it, allegedly. I do think he was a sacrifice for someone. That cannot, that probably regrets it. They set this man up, and it's more to this story. If they don't freaking get justice in the system, because they got that guy for unaliving him, but it's way more people a part of trying to take this light down, Nipsey down. If they don't get justice as far as legal justice, they're gonna end up getting street justice. It's gonna be people that whoever it is, that person time is coming. Those people time are coming, because they're not gonna get away with this. Of course, the guy that unalived him is not gonna speak. He was willing to get his butt whooped, all type of thing, everything just to make it look like nobody else helped him. Yes, it's other people that helped him. They don't take no rocket scientist. He was a dummy himself. So other people came and helped him. But I do want to say this is me speaking on Nipsey, and his birthday is tomorrow, I think. So happy birthday to Nipsey. May he rest in peace. And I know he will, because that dude was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love his music, and I love how he kept his family first, took his kids first, and man, that's a man. Like his peace, he very spiritual, and I love that. So, once again, rest in peace, rest in heaven. I do pray for the family. It's just crazy. Beautiful. They look like freaking twins. And her brother look alike. But okay, this is the end of this, and I want to thank whoever stopped by for watching. But please comment, like, and please subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000. Just please like and subscribe, comment, start a conversation about it. What do you remember about that day Nipsey passed away? And what do you think about the Simone Biles situation with her biological mother? And what do you think about Mama D? Because I love me some Mama D, but she ain't always right, but she ain't always wrong either. So I'm finna get up out of here, you guys. See you next time. Peace.